Hello guys, welcome back to Red Hot TV today. Nigerian Navy warns Niger Delta militants over threats to resume attacks. The Nigerian Navy has warned Niger Delta militants who last week threatened to resume attacks on oil facilities over alleged federal government lackadaisical attitude towards the development of the zone to have a rethink and toe the path of dialogue or be dealt with decisively. This came as South-South leader Chief Edwin Clark asked the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Chief Godswill Akpabio, to stop his constant interference with the activities of Niger Delta Development Commission (Nddc) for effective performance and service delivery to the people of the zone. In another development, the controversy trailing the appointment of a sole administrator for Nddc took a twist as a lawyer and indigene of Edo State, Dr. Washington Osifo, has initiated a suit at the Federal High Court, Benin City, challenging the appointment of a sole administrator for the commission, praying the court to declare it illegal, unconstitutional, null and void. He argued that the decision negates the provision of the act setting up the commission. It would be recalled that some former militant groups had in recent times threatened to attack oil and gas installations in Niger Delta over federal government's alleged interference in the management of Nddc and Presidential Amnesty Program (PAP). The flag officer commanding FOC Central Naval Command (CNC) with headquarters in Yenagoa, Bayelsa State, Rear Admiral Saidu Garba, handed down the warning in Yenagoa shortly after the official commissioning of housing projects at the Command for Naval Personnel. Garba, who represented the Special Guest of Honor, Chief of Naval Staff, the Vice Admiral Iboket Ibas, on the occasion said, "The Nigerian Navy and indeed the Nigerian military is poised to deal decisively with any person who in any way undermines the unity of this country, specifically the destruction of oil and gas infrastructure is economic sabotage. I will advise that whoever is thinking of that should please heed the way of dialogue, discuss with government as to what their grievances are, and I am sure the government will find a way to solve such problem. I am aware that components of the government are already in touch with the relevant bodies in Niger Delta and other places to ensure that the problem and threats does not rear its ugly head. I want to assure that we are ready to tackle any problem in line with our statutory responsibility." In the suits against the federal government for having a sole administrator for Nddc, defendants are Attorney General and Minister of Justice, the Senate President, Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, and the newly appointed sole administrator, Ifeong Akwa. Osifo wants the court to declare that the federal government cannot appoint Akwa or any other single individual to head the commission in the absence of a properly constituted board to run the affairs of the Nddc. He also wants the court to declare that the act of the federal government in appointing Akwa as sole administrator of the Nddc is illegal, unconstitutional, null and void, a declaration that the Senate cannot lawfully and constitutionally approve any budget for Nddc or appropriate any money to the Nddc in the absence of a properly constituted governing board. Osifo also wants the court to restrain the Nddc and National Assembly from appropriating funds or approving budgets for the commission until the board of the Nddc is properly constituted. He also wants an order restraining Akwa from parading himself as the administrator of the Nddc, which position is unknown to the laws setting up the Nddc. Clark to Akpabio: stop constant interference with Nddc affairs. The Pan-Niger Delta Forum, PANDEF, chairman said the minister should note that Nddc is an independent interventionist agency. Hence, he should concentrate on the ministry and leave the Nddc to work, adding that the minister should leave above personal interests and have the interest of Niger Delta at heart in all its ramifications. Clark also called on President Muhammadu Buhari to immediately constitute the board of the Nddc in consonance with the act establishing the commission. Speaking yesterday at his Abuja residence when he received the interim administrator of Nddc, Effiong Akwa, and his interim management committee, Clark called on President Buhari to set aside a special fund to complete the East-West Road started by the administration of former President Olusegun Obasanjo. Clark said, "There is a law governing Nddc which we all participate in producing, and no one should bypass that law or breach it. Even Mr. President has no power to bypass the law establishing Nddc, except he has to go back to National Assembly for an amendment. So, any attempt to breach the law will become illegal, null and void." There has been many arguments about sole administrator of the legality and illegality which have been discussed. The Nddc was under the presidency and we know how it was used, but many of us never thought removing Nddc to Niger Delta Ministry was the best thing to do because it would be misused. The Niger Delta Ministry is our ministry. Therefore, Nddc going to the ministry would not have been a bad idea, so we supported it. But what we are opposed to is that Nddc is an independent agency like any other one, like NPA. Other agencies, the ministers did not abandon their ministries to concentrate on these agencies. That is the problem we have. For some time, some of us have been advising the minister, don't abandon your ministry and concentrate on Nddc. It is not fair. The Minister of Transportation does not concentrate on NPA, or NIMASA, or NRC. The Minister of State did not concentrate on NNPC. On the East-West Road, the problems we have, therefore, is the constant interference with the affairs of the Nddc by the Minister of Niger Delta. I was shocked when the minister announced that the East-West Road must be completed. 80 billion naira was voted for the ministry for capital projects, and the minister said we are going to spend about 16 billion naira on the East-West Road, and you have just confirmed it. There is no provision anywhere, even in the Nddc budget, that part of the budget is to be used for the completion of the East-West Road. East-West Road is one of the economic roads in Nigeria. I see no reason why the Federal Ministry of Works should not be in charge of the East-West Road. That is not the duty of Nddc. So, we have been protesting that the federal government should make available special funds for that very important economic road. In the recent budgets, Kano State alone has 3 roads within Kano, costing about 60 billion naira to be constructed with our oil money. What is being done for us? Do we have to go and beg for money to build our roads? So whoever is the minister should live above his personal interest and put the interest of Niger Delta first. So Mr. President should provide enough for the completion of the East-West Road. We'll appeal to our boys to give peace a chance. Clark, who appealed to the youths of the zone to give peace a chance to allow for development, said, "Nobody will leave this world with what they stole or what you acquired illegally. May the good name you leave behind, your children will benefit from it. Let's love ourselves. I wish you all the best of luck." We appeal to our boys to give peace a chance. Thank you for coming to visit me. And thank you for listening to this. Whatever you have to say concerning this, do you think they're playing with our heads? Drop your comments in the comment section. And please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much.